Welcome back to Reliable Sources. I'm Brian Stelter. Is fake news an epidemic? Hillary Clinton, in a rare post-election appearance this week, said yes.
The epidemic of malicious fake news and false propaganda that flooded social media over the past year, it's now clear that so-called fake news can have real-world consequences. This isn't about politics or partisanship. Lives are at risk.
Now, Clinton did not refer to Pizzagate directly, but last weekend's scare at the Comet Ping Pong restaurant in Washington was clearly on her mind. A man showed up at the restaurant and fired his weapon while trying to investigate Pizzagate, an anti-Clinton conspiracy theory fueled by fake news stories and social media. I was at a journalism conference this weekend, and I get the sense that reporters are struggling with this problem, really struggling with it. What are newsrooms to do when some people opt out of journalism and opt into these alternate realities? Joining me now, one of my former bosses, Jill Abramson. She was the former columnist for The Guardian. Jill, you can't fool all the people all the time, but you can fool some of the people some of the time, and some people want to be fooled. Is that what these fake stories are about? In this case, this anti-Clinton conspiracy theory?
Well, the conspiracy theory itself is just beyond absurd, and anyone who knows about Hillary Clinton's career knows that much of it has been devoted to children's rights. So the idea that she would be heading a pedophile ring is just nonsensical and horrendously outrageous. But, I think, Hillary Clinton called it an epidemic of fake news, and I'm not sure it's an epidemic. The epidemic is the internet, which can pick up any piece of information and, make it go viral. And many of the people who are manufacturing this fake news are not journalists at all. BuzzFeed, which has, covered the fake news story very aggressively and with a team of very strong reporters, found, there are teenagers sitting in the small country of Macedonia making thousands and thousands of dollars by, putting up clickbait fake news stories that then go viral, and they get money from the ads against them. So, as is true with almost anything, and Carl Bernstein, your previous guest, knows this better than anyone, you have to follow the money.
NBC this weekend doing great work in Macedonia, interviewing these people. If you define fake news as stories designed to deceive, designed to trick people. I had one about me this week that had one paragraph of real quotes I actually said on the show, and then 4 paragraphs of made-up quotes. And it was designed to trick people. That is a thorny problem that's only going to get thornier, more complex.
Right.
What do you want to see newsrooms do about it?
Well, what I want to see newsrooms do about it is be less reactive to, as organizations like do as a matter of duty in the way journalists do their jobs there.
Do we still have enough credibility to do that?
No, obviously the answer to that, we both know, Brian, is no. That trust in the news media is at a historic low and probably sinking. But journalists still have to do their jobs. And what I worry about, as much as stories like Pizzagate, is that Donald Trump and his tweets themselves, which much of the media is so reactive to, that's fake news too. I mean, just the recent tweets about quote-unquote massive voter fraud, that is an outright lie. There is no evidence that there was massive voter fraud in any state. So, the evidence is mounting that Russia interfered with our election through propaganda and other means, but there was no demonstrable voter fraud. And PolitiFact, the organization I mentioned before, they have rated more than 50% of Donald Trump's statements as false or pants on just outright lies. And it is our job as journalists, even if our credibility is as low as it's ever been, we just have to do our jobs.
And you're saying to actually call them lies as well. Jill, stay with me if you can. I want to take a quick break here. Just stay with me for a moment. Quick break here, talking more about how the press will be treated in the Trump White House and vice versa with the head of the RNC Communication Shop, Sean Spicer, after a quick break.